my erections, man. I was celibate for like.
All right, so here we're going to do a video response. This is called Vegan Low Libido. Now, this is not a hate video, just sharing comments and criticisms. I know most of these people personally, and so I can share a little bit of insight for people out there who are wondering why a video like this. I'm going to show you where I've been a vegan for 18 years, and I'm going to show you how to dominate in the bedroom. All right, let's hear what people experience, and I'll pinpoint exactly where they made their mistakes. All right, we've got Danny and we've got Dylan. Let's hear them talk, and I'll pause the video and share my insights as we go along. First of all, a bit of background. Danny, on the left, he got someone pregnant when he was a fruitarian, and then unfortunately he was driving too reckless on his motorbike and caused a fatal crash. But that's another topic. Anyway, let's go on.
Like 3.5 years, I said, but I just couldn't get this thing up, man. I just couldn't.
So Dylan's complaining of erectile abstinence, erectile dysfunction, whatever you want to call it. His own words, he says he couldn't get the dong up. And if we go to his videos back in the day, we can see he was very, very restricted with his diet, eating just fruit, not too much fruit, doing sort of sun gazing, breatharianism, water fasting, just basic things that sort of starved his body of not so much nutrients but calories overall. So he lost a lot of weight, his performance tanked, and he just didn't have much sex drive, which is very, very common, whatever your diet is. If you're anorexic, which Dylan was, and he's in a better place now, it looks like, then if you're anorexic, you're not going to have much hormones going on if you're male or female. That's just how it is. Doesn't matter what you eat. Doesn't matter if you're a fruitarian anorexic, a vegan anorexic, or a meat-eating anorexic, you will not have stable, balanced hormones. Okay, so get enough calories.
Couldn't get it up because I didn't have any testosterone. Spent most of my travels with girls. I was celibate. I was like sharing beds with girls and like really beautiful women, and I was just like laying there and like giving like chest rubs and tickles and mass.
Look at Danny on the left. Danny's slobbering over. He's like, yeah, beautiful. Nah. Oh, give me some of the women. Danny's slobbering. Look at his face. Like, yeah, tell me about it more, Dylan. Yeah. Danny is a deviant. He's a fruitarian deviant, man. Anyone hanging out in Compilation, single? Deviant. So it's funny if Danny's going to go, I wasn't sexual either. It's like, come on, Danny, you're a deviant. You're a fruitarian durian deviant on Compilation, bro. You and Phuket as well. All right, then let's listen to them.
Massages, and we're just like talking about like fruit.
Danny's like, oh, look at these guys' faces. It's hilarious, isn't it? You can't make this stuff. This is all good fun banter. What is that tattoo, boy? What are these guys, their tattoos, man? This carnivore tattoos. What's going on here? Anyway, let's listen.
What we think that it is and what he thinks.
Here we go. This is Derek and Hannah. And
what it is that I just have.
So Derek, I know Derek personally. Hannah, I know personally. I helped Hannah create a channel, create the name High Carb Hannah. Basically, help her create a channel. She's doing great. She's got some glow going on. We're pausing a bad frame. Let's pause on a good frame.
Low testosterone, and that I haven't been producing.
So Hannah looks good. She's got a bit of glow going on. Her hair looks luscious. She looks very fertile. Derek, on the other hand, I know Derek, and I've hung out with him a lot. I knew him before he met Hannah, and you may have seen him back in, if you're watching, I think it's 2011, 2012, maybe in 2013. Derek came to Adelaide, and even hooked up with a vasectomy, and he was smashing through the vegan girls when he was in Adelaide. He was definitely a horny vegan. And so Derek's got a channel, I think it's called Handyman, but he looks a little bit stressed. I'm not sure what's going on here. This is not the D man that I used to know. So whenever you're stressed, who knows what's going on. But Derek D, he was the horny D. He was a horny D man. It was like I thought he would honestly become like a male porn star. This dude was a Randy Andy, and good fun. But he was definitely. But let's hear. So he's having some issues with. He had a vasectomy, right? He had a vasectomy. He's like, I never want kids. And then Hannah's like, no, I want to have a kid. So okay, we're gonna have a kid. So he got his vasectomy reversed, and apparently he's. Let's listen. I don't want to make any words up. Let's listen to what Derek's got to say. Hang on.
Any swimmers, And that could be for a number of reasons. Some of the symptoms are obviously like low libido. Another symptom would be just kind of like not having a lot of energy or kind of.
Well, I have to say.
So this is a joy. There's more people I know. Let's go back to Hannah and Derek. Hannah looks very fertile to me, don't she? Look at her. She's
just kind of like not having a lot of energy.
Let's close it off. So let's go back to Hannah though, because she's almost. It seems like she's about to piss herself laughing. It seems like she's just trying to hide herself from laughing. But you look at her skin on her shoulders. You know, I pause on a bad frame again, but she looks. There you go. She's got some glow going on, hasn't she? You know, if you're gonna pick, people who are fertile, I'd be picking Hannah for sure. She's got a glow going on about her. Her hair looks, Derek, he looks a little bit like, I don't know, I know him, known him very well when he was in Adelaide, and he doesn't look like he used to look. So maybe he's working too hard, or maybe he's stressed out, or maybe deep down he doesn't want to have a kid. So that psychologically can, really prevent a guy if he's got any, this is just totally understandable if the guy's got any doubts about being a dad. I mean, being a dad is a freaking big deal, man. And I know Derek, and this is my personal opinion, I would say his subconscious doesn't want to be a dad. So people can make videos, whatever, and say blah, 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 but I know Derek personally, and he ain't dad material. And that's not me being mean or nasty, that's just my personal opinion as a 42-year-old knowing D, man. So I would say that's his subconscious, like, I don't want to be a dad, and fighting against it. Because Derek's a guy who is good at manifesting, he manifests a lot in his life. So I would say this would be more of an esoteric thing going on. He ain't feeling it, man. You ain't feeling it, I ain't feeling it. I'm feeling Hannah over here. I'm definitely feeling that. But I ain't feeling D, man. Hannah looks like she's ready. D, man, doesn't look like he's ready psychologically. So this isn't about nutrition. This is about subconsciousness. And you could change up any of their diets. And, Hannah wants to have a kid. She's ticking. She's a hormonal ticking. And she looks like it. She looks fertile. She looks ready to pop. But D, man, this ain't nutrition. This is psychological. All right, let's listen to the next people. We've got Paul and Yulia.
Low libido. Another symptom.
Low libido for D, man. I've never thought I'd hear those words.
Just kind of like not having a lot of energy or kind of.
Well, I have to say that on a low.
There's Paul and Yulia, and I've known these guys for a long time, and they do have a baby, so they are fertile. And I think they thought they couldn't have kids, and then they did have kids. Let's listen up.
Our all vegan diet, my libido has been great. It's been just the same as it has been in the past. And the only difference that I have noticed is my attitude towards sex has changed. Now,
I would say both attitudes, rather than.
So I'd say Paul's a great guy, Yulia's a great guy. He's very lean. He's running marathons and stuff like that. So he's a nice dude. Paul's a trustworthy character. Know him in person. And same with Yulia. Yulia, I would say, is definitely more. She's more Russian stock. She's more like fertile breeding stock. And Paul's a nice guy. So I'd say Paul is just naturally a more chill sort of guy. More of a just a nice guy, man. Not a guy.
And something. Just.
Yulia's still got that in her. She's still got that Russian spice in her for sure.
Animalistic. You just have it for the sake of having it.
It's not so hugely important for you as it was in the past.
So let's click back into Yulia and Paul. Great people. Lean, aren't they? Here's another thing of all these people. All these people say, that cars make you fat. But all these people are very slim and lean, aren't they? And that these people, Paul and Yulia ain't starving. They're lean, they're healthy, they got a baby, and that's a tough job. But I've met these people in person, and in Thailand, they were glowing. Man. I remember, I think it was 2012, we did the Bangkok Marathon. I think they did the half, and we were all standing there glowing. People were looking at us like, wow, you guys are glowing on fruit calories. So there you go.
It's not so hugely important for you as it was.
So Paul and Julia aren't complaining about anything low. They're just saying that things are a little bit different. But that's also you got a kid. So when you got a kid, I think that changes things up. You both have not enough sleep, things like that. So there's a lot of factors there going. But again, when someone makes a video trying to take people out of context, they don't consider that. Oh, they got a kid now. They got stress now. They got blah blah blah. Let's hear Mike Arnstein. Now I know Mike very well from living with Mike's. Mike has been generous enough to let me stay at his place in New York a few times back in 2011, 2012, 2013. Mike's a game changer for me. I've had a very lot of positive experience with Mike and the Woodstock Fruit Festival that I helped promote back in the day. So Mike, I rate Mike. And I've always told Mike he should probably cut back the training a little bit. Mike is a human dynamo. This guy is the most hardworking person I've ever met. He is just a phenom. What he gets done, he is a beast. All right, let's listen to what Mike's going on here. Now, this is when Mike was trying to be 100% fruitarian, not eating, he was just trying to be super. This dude was lean on lean. All right, so and running like 100-mile race, winning marathons. All right, so let's listen to this.
So it's of my experience that if you eat a diet of low-fat, raw fruits and vegetables, primarily fruit being the source of your calories, you'll experience, or certainly I've experienced, having I would call it a more manageable libido. Now, what does that mean? I noticed that my libido wasn't as powerful as it had been in the past.
Well, this is at the same time Mike is running and winning, not just running, but winning marathons, and also doing it naturally, all right? With no hormones or nothing like that. So Mike was experiencing lowered libido or manageable libido, but he's at the same time he's feeling so good on his mostly fruitarian diet that he's actually just training the absolute house down. Now, I've trained the absolute house down, 2,000 kilometers in a week, and I'll tell you what, your sex drive, it takes a back seat because you're putting out so much energy. You're just working so hard, you're a bit more tired, and when you're tired, libido can be like hit or miss. Doesn't matter what diet or what drugs you're taking or whatever. It's like, you got these guys who take ecstasy pills and then they can't even get the dong up, and they're 20 and they're on ecstasy, and then maybe on steroids as well, and their dong doesn't work, and they have to take like a Viagra or something to get going. You know what I mean? So, and they're eating meat. So there's so many things in context here. But Mike, I'm not sure if this person just did a snip of the video to take it into context, but this is Mike when he was at his peak fitness, peak training. And when you're a runner doing, how many hundreds of miles a week he was doing at the time, and traveling and working, high stress job, New York City, managing a family, managing Woodstock Fruit Festival, managing the dramas and the egos and all the trolls online. This dude, of course you're not going to have a excessively high libido trying to manage all those things, but you put Mike in a room just himself and a hot lady, man, he's going to destroy him. All right, so this is all in context. So the fruit diet, mostly fruit diet, basically raw till 4. Mike was doing, he had his Cliff Bars and stuff like that now and then. So essentially like more of a raw till 4 thing. He was feeling so strong. He was feeling like a god when it came to running. He was setting PRs in the marathon. I think he ran a 2:28 marathon every week for a month, every weekend, and won marathons and stuff like that. He was flying all over the US doing marathons. Dude is crazy fit and hardworking. Let's go. Let's listen on.
I've noticed that when I have overt fats, my libido goes up quite a bit and very quickly.
Now,
So there you go. So that's just the testimony there. When you're having more fat, if your libido goes up a bit more fat, it means you haven't enough calories for what your body's doing. Personally, man, I've done... I can't even say what I've done on camera, can I? Jeez. Anyway, maybe I'll think about it. Let's listen to Nepal and Yulia a bit more. We'll come back to that.
I think that some raw foodists notice is that when they add nuts and seeds, their libido increases.
Yeah, because you're getting more calories now all of a sudden. So most raw fooders don't get enough calories. Now here we've got this guy here, clearly taking anabolic steroids. You can see it in his voice. You can see it in his neck. You can see it in his traps. I've taken anabolics before. You see he's lost all his hair from taking anabolics. That can also be genetic as well. Some people lose, some people don't with anabolics. But this guy on my life is taking anabolic steroids. All right. This is 100% anabolic usage. 100% on my life. All right. And what's he going to say?
Many people ask me, Rob, I started a vegan diet and
This dude's a total sociopath. All right. Total sociopath. Anyone who takes gear and denies it, sociopath, especially this dude.
my sex drive has tanked. I have low sex drive.
Yeah, want to talk
I wish I could, put me in a room with their wife or whatever, and let them report what happens later on. All right. There'll be some, anyway.
About how to get.
This guy looks, this guy already, I know, this dude's into breatharianism and fruitarianism and calorie restrictionarism or whatever. This is
Get your libido back. So for a while, my sexual drive hasn't been that up or high.
Are you feeling energy from this guy? I ain't feeling any energy from this dude. This dude is like probably doing intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day, no hybrid fruits, just a bit of celery juice. I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling it from my friend here. I don't know who this guy is, but I ain't feeling energy. I'm feeling calorie restriction.
You know, I do have a sex drive, especially in my mind, but somehow I couldn't just keep it hard long enough, or...
Okay, so that is common. That is common with guys. Doesn't matter what diet. Look at how much Viagra sells. Go to any pharmacy and see how much Viagra sells for. Cialis, Viagra, all these things. They're so popular. There's scripts going out the door all the time. And what are these people? There must be a lot of vegans out there to make Cialis and Viagra like $1 trillion business. All right, so this guy sounds like he doesn't have much energy. He's having sexual thoughts. Okay, so his testosterone's still there, but maybe he's having a bit of performance anxiety, all right, which is totally normal. This is totally normal. That's got nothing to do with nutrition. That is more of a psychological thing. So maybe this guy has maybe some girl laughed at him, or he has some, every guy's been there. I've been there back in the day. Everyone's been there. Everyone's been there. Performance anxiety. That's pretty normal. Get my ebook. It's coming out soon. That'll help you with performance anxiety. Let's listen.
I just didn't have the drive.
Did my back injury suddenly heal? Did my libido suddenly increase?
Man, don't think I can catch that.
Basically, he's been a...
What? There was nothing about John Venus here at all. What's going on there? Here's Elliot Hulse. Now, Elliot Hulse is another guy on high dosage anabolic steroids, 100%. And he's such a sociopath, he denies it. He goes, I tried them 20 years ago, but I don't know. This guy's a guy who's injecting steroids every single week and lying about it. What a sociopath.
A vegan, 20 years old, and he notices that he just can't get it up. His libido sucks, and his sex drive is horrible. And he owes it to years and years of eating like a vegan. Egg yolks, raw dairy, butter oil, and welcome to omnivorehood.
Okay, so
welcome. Let's go back here. Let's go back. This is Elliot. You can just see in his face, he's got that anabolic steroid glow, and he's got I think he's from Puerto Rico or wherever, so he's got that caramel skin which really pops on anabolics, and he's just got that thing going on there. But this is an old video. Look at Elliot today. He looks a lot different. Okay. I couldn't find any recent pictures, but this is Elliot. So he's clearly. This is some old pics. So he's claiming his steroid physique, this is 100% steroids here. Put my life on it. So he's claiming this is before, and then he went keto and got. This is the level of sociopathic thing we're talking about here. All right, it's total sociopathy just to be lying to people. Look at this narcissistic stuff, man. Lying about steroids, taking these photos like you're some. I don't know. Anyway, that's just like the fake natty. The fake natties out there. You know what I mean? Look at that, steroids. And I've got no problems with people taking steroids, but you know what I mean? Look at this cheesy grin. Steroids, all right? This ain't hard work. This is steroids. If he stopped injecting every week, he would shrink right down to what his brother looks like. So that's his steroid abuse. Take him if you want, but don't lie about it.
Egg yolks, raw dairy, butter.
So they're contrasting Elliot on steroids to Tino, who's full natty bra. All right. And this is why I make these videos, is because you got so many people out there following the Dr. Gregor. Dr. Gregor's not even a real doctor. He's never practiced medicine his day in his life. He went to uni, that's about it. He's never actually been a real doctor. But you've got these people out there who are following Dr. Gregor, etc., and following these orthorexic celery, carrot, brown rice, quinoa diets where hardly any calories. They're skipping meals, eating once a day. Doesn't matter what you eat, man. You're going to have no libido. And that's why all these people, all these fake natties out there taking steroids and lying about it. I've got no issues with people taking steroids. I'll say it again, but if you're going to take them, man, Why be a sociopath and lie about it and say, oh, it's just a raw meat. It's just a raw meat. Such nonsense. If it was just the meat, then that means only vegans would be using Viagra. Only vegans would be using testosterone. But look at all the Olympic athletes out there getting busted for anabolic steroids, or the UFC fighters getting busted for anabolic steroids, and they're eating meat. So these videos out there try and make it like it's a vegan issue, but it's not at all.
And I've noticed my desire to fuck is extremely high. Eggs, fish, a little bit of beef.
Hey, I'm talking about my...
So yeah, getting more calories in. Getting more calories in. This guy, Andrew Perlow, massive eating disorder, did a water fast for 20 days or whatever. Imagine that, starving yourself for 20 or 30 days. Just tanked his testosterone levels right down. You would eat, just try and do like orange juice diets and orange peaches and celery. And no wonder his libido was zero, because he was just starving himself to try and get lean. Let's listen to Andrew Perlow.
My libido killing experiment. So I've been eating a vegan diet for more than 13 years now.
Oh, that's good.
And what I find is that, one, my libido tends to disappear when I eat a low-fat diet. And
because we cut him off. Where's the context there? Where's the context there? So when Andrew's doing low fat, he's trying to, lose weight and just doing a yo-yo diet. This is old for. This is like 2011. This is Paul Chek, also on steroids, lost all his hair from steroids. We've got the Raw Bras here, who were doing just trying to do just fruit and not eating enough. And I was like, you guys got to eat more, man. These guys are really active, supercharged energy guys, but just eating enough. They're trying to eat just raw fruit, and that's just not going to work for these high energy guys who are used to having heaps of calories. Let's listen to this is Daniel. I'm pretty sure his name is Daniel.
All here can shed some light on things that have been a mystery for us and some of our friends and fans and followers.
Well, this is Paul Chek, who's just a total redneck weirdo. Basically what happened is, Raw Bra gave up the raw food diet and felt better. Duh, because he got more calories in. Simple as that. Let's listen to what last person here.
On the planet, I think we should be finding a purpose in life that doesn't revolve around raising a family, which objectively brings nothing good to the earth.
So you see how...
Okay, so that's pretty truthful. That's pretty truthful. Now she looks fertile. So that's the deal there. This person here is saying some pretty realistic things. Can you imagine in 20 years' time? Like how crazy the world's going to be. Look how crazy the world is now. The world is caving in. I don't think there's many people out there who would disagree with me. The world is caving in. There's more violence. There's more competition. Things are more expensive. It's just the pollution's going up. It's just out of control, man. The cutthroatness, the viciousness towards each other. I mean, look on YouTube. It's crazy. So this person here is making some good statements. That's why I had vasectomy back in the day. I mean, anyway, that's the deal. My personal experiences. I'm 42, and I would say my libido is the highest than ever before. And I'd say it's largely because of my lifestyle. I get to, I've got a really smoking hot 21-year-old girl who's just like, oh my God, her body's just like, whew. That's a huge thing. So if you're not sexually attracted to your partner, that's a big thing. So you got to have someone you really have chemistry with, to make them come and make you come really good. Things that's a huge one. But also, if you're not getting enough calories, you're going to tank, man. It doesn't matter what diet you're eating, right? You're going to tank. You're going to absolutely tank. So that's the first thing to die when you're not getting enough calories is your sex drive. Okay, your motivation drops within hours. And I also got to say, some of the most highest sex drive I've ever had was when I was just eating fruit. Bananas and durian are just insane. I have a banana smoothie and I am cracking wood, like hard wood, like with girth and length. It's embarrassing. I have to basically, it's embarrassing. Like, it's not embarrassing. It's pretty good what happens afterwards, but it's hilarious, all right? I basically grow a banana after a banana smoothie, all right? Doesn't make it a bit too much information for you. Anyway, when your carbs are strong, so is your dong. Don't cut your carbs, people, unless you want to cut your sex drive. Get your calories in. Don't listen to these orthorexic plans out there. Look at me, man. Look at the scandals I get involved with. I have too much sex, man. I have too much sex. Gets me in trouble.